Wonderful good evening, token holder, fans, community, player, supporter, OGs, and the whole Unix team, of course. Welcome to this AMA. We start on time. So yeah, but still we give a few minutes time until more and more joining the chat. And yeah, please drop your questions. I apologize, the link was not open for everyone. It was only unlocked for the Google, for the Unix network on Google. But yeah, in future we will have everything signed up beforehand. So any question when you don't have time, just drop it in the Google sheet, sign up sheet. We will also mark it in the pinned message, so you can it's easily to find. And yeah, let's wait a few minutes until we get maybe a few more people in. The community is already excited. There is a lot of updates coming, and I run you through a little bit of the Unix and the acceleration program, what we're working on. So this is, I think, very interesting for you. And yeah, let's give it a few more minutes. Just preparing a few more slides for you, and then we can Yeah, very welcome, and I hope we have a few more viewers on live, and I see already that some questions coming in. Yeah, let's go quick to just an overview, just to a market update, I would say. You know, we still saw a pullback here on Bitcoin. And we have still like the war is ongoing. For the ones who follow the news, there's a lot of donations going to the Ukraine. That's very, very helpful, of course. But yeah, the market conditions are not ideal, but still considering, that we see larger pullbacks. If you see it on Sandbox, on Phantom, on Solana, what is 60% off. With Unix, we're still looking very stable. It's nothing. I mean, we have the holder and the community very strong here all together. And just to see a little bit the guild landscape, and we're still working on comparison, because we're gonna market around that. Yeah, because what I think it's very important also for the outside. Yes, you know about Unix, but also I dive in more deep today into Unix and what we're gonna do and how certain things look like. But just to give you an overview, basically this is now the token guilds was live. There's really projects with a huge backing on the board, but all out of them. Yeah, and this is something what I want to highlight, and we're go into more in detail in another session. All these let's say guild competitors, I mean, we're doing the same, or started with the same business idea. It's basically maximizing NFT yields. NFTs are, I think, a very awesome tool or vehicle to generate yield, adding players to the NFTs. So it's a very different space. It's a new space, and and actually when the guild movement started with Yield Guild, and we followed, by the way, we had the third guild what went to the market, and I think we can consider us as a tier 1 guild beside other projects, but going now to the guild structure. So all the guilds are having the DAO as core, but from if you think about it, if you think about what will this DAO do, like if you buy the token, what is my ultimate utility? I mean, for me, yes, the DAO is an awesome idea, or for us in Unix, we saw just that, and we've been, if you follow our roadmap from the beginning, we basically said this is need to be more than a DAO. It's a gaming guild. We're talking about gaming expansion and limiting ourselves in a very young, I would say even infant market in the play to earn GameFi space. So there I'm thinking, or we in Unix, since actually June, July, when our light paper been done, we already talking about Launchpad, we talking about marketplace, we talking about the game, we talking about expansion, we talking about innovation, so it's nothing new here, on our side. And if you see, for example, the market leader Yield Guild, they don't have the rush to be innovative. They have, I think, the USP as leader of this guilds at the moment. But I think, and not to talk bad about the other guilds, I'm saying everybody have really strong team here, there. We are lacking on certain things, so it's I don't want to like talk any other guilds down, but still they have the DAO. Yield Guild is just the DAO. They have, of course, partnerships. Merit Cycle, it's a DAO. They have a few. They stopped basically even the scholarship program. GuildFi is not really expanding on the scholarships. They're a DAO. Their second feature on the guild is kind of an app what gives, or where you do quests and you can earn the GuildFi token. Blackpool is a DAO. There's nothing. Avocado is a DAO. Blockchain space. What they do is they offer, of course, a DAO, but they also, what they're building is payout systems for basically Axie Infinity or for large scholarship programs. But this is just a matter of time when it will be a nice protocol, and there's already some coming, which will basically make your payout system worthless. But I don't want to talk bad about anybody. Human DAO, Good Games Guild, they also followed our steps. They made they partnered with a fund, and they did the Launchpad. Yeah. So then we have Pass DAO is just a DAO. So, and if you think about it, there was not even. I think Good Games Guild is will do pretty well with the direction they go. Of course, all the guilds, we wish you all the best on their journey. But innovation is, I think, and adjusting to the space, this is super important. So, and as you heard here, really, and of course, there's more guilds they're planning to get in the market. Some they have kind of a education part where they teach about the play to earn games. Some they have again a payout tool. Some have a Launchpad. So yes, there is a one or like the DAO, and then maybe another tool what they bring on the market. Yeah. But if you now check, just this is one slide about what is Unix. Yeah, and we're talking about just the guild, okay, and see just the guild. And I tried to mention in another episode that, you know, a guild and having scholarships is not only one thing, but what is gaming? Anybody who is related to gaming knows that the ultimate level to achieve is basically the streaming. Yeah, getting a large following on streaming. This is everybody's wish, dream, and so on. And this is something we combine also. Yeah, so the guild for us is not only that we are the largest play to earn guild out there with 193,000 players. No, we have 5,000 scholarships. We have almost 23 million, the numbers changing a little bit, 23 million among following on the streamers. We have a huge community team, and thank you for everyone who's working hard in the community. We employed through a new company called Deal, 213 people into the metaverse. Yeah, that's an achievement. We have an onboarding system 24/7 for new joiners. Yeah, because we believe it's super important, because we are the first contact for these people. And yeah, of course, we have growth opportunities for people into in the community, people who joining, people who want to grow with Unix, because considering later all the different projects we have, there is so much space for people who want to participate, not only as a token holder or in the DAO, also people who want to be really part of it, want to take on ownership and bring Unix to the next level. Also, we have 50 plus partnerships, and I can tell you, I think Simon, our head of partnerships, Andy, and the whole partnerships team, concerning Karim, Jeremy, and Enrico, Anissa, whoever is working on that, and many more people behind the scenes. I think we are one of the most active partnerships teams out there. Because we're just, again, not looking just for a token allocation. Yeah, and I will go in more in detail about that. Really, like same what we try to give to the community, we want to give value back. You know, we want to give value. And this is the same with our partnerships. What is a partnership if you, as you see in a lot of projects, they don't need really a funding. Yeah, you can get from 1,000 sources, you can get your fundraising. Yeah, it's really not a problem. So actually, and of course, it's hard to identify who is the good player or the right person to deal with. And we are very transparent in the very beginning. So just on that, we are super partnership orientated in the long run, doing MAAs, early access, supporting them on our streams with our players. Now with partnerships like with CryptoBenta we have, or with Paul Barron Network, we will bring the games we like also into these areas. We have events together. We really active talking to our games, and not only games. There's protocols and many more. So just that now on the guild aspect, and to get back to the main point why I show you this picture. Yes, it's not the nicest one. I just made it shortly before the AMA, and it's gonna be a whole series of in detail explained to each and every of these points here on that basically Unix verse, and this is what we want to showcase also with the new website. So what was, again, if someone was following, we have DAOs, we have might be the second thing what a regular guild is offering. It's a Launchpad, it's a payout system, is there was not that much variety. Some building kind of reward like quest, and you get a reward token. Others they're building an education where you can get the latest in-game videos and stuff like that. So, but again, going now to our guild Unix gaming, there is not only one more additional utility to the DAO. We have the Launchpad, and the Launchpad just it's not 100%. I cannot actually say it official, but we had a great verbal agreement with DAO Maker. Who is familiar with Launchpads? DAO Maker is an awesome partner, and we not yet signed anything. It's supposed to be this week. We will see when this all happen. We cannot push the legal stuff. Need to be everything transparent, and everything need to be in order. But this is definitely for the Launchpad an awesome partnership. But back to the topic, we have the Launchpad. And this is also what I introduce you shortly after that, an accelerator for games, projects on the Launchpad, not only on the Launchpad, but definitely the goal is to get them on a Launchpad. So we have the accelerator, we have the gaming studio, we have the web app, what is under development. In one in one video I already showed the first layout. We have the Unix NFTs there. I will also show a little bit more insights. We have the streaming part, what is huge, what I'll go through in the next sessions as well. The fund, marketplace, learn and earn, and also now new is our YouTube channel, and we try to grow that one very fast. So much utility upcoming, and we just started, I would say. It's just really the beginning. 2022 is definitely a very intense year for us. But we're happy to work hard on all these points, what I just brought up here. It's really, we had a nice AMA with Colin Digits, one of our partners in his community. On his channel, he uploaded it. It's very intense. It's 2.5 hours. If you have time, just listen it on the side. Basically, we go through a lot of these steps. But again, we will also do a series, well explained on Medium, on our Medium, in Twitter, but also in every new video I will shoot for our YouTube channel. I will go more and more in detail about Unix gaming, and you can also ask your questions from all these points you just saw, or also the next one I go more and dive more into that one. Please drop your questions and we will answer them all during this AMA. One thing I want to highlight is the accelerator. I already was speaking about it, and basically the accelerator is more safety for the Launchpad participants, considering that we basically not only just take the game or take the project, launching it, we also basically involved heavily by getting the project to the market. So we can, with a much higher guarantee, tell that this game is going to be a success. So and if we put our own expectation and standards in together with DAO Maker, who have a high standard, who have already proven many years that they are one of the top launchpads out there. I think the Accelerator plus the Launchpad is a huge success, is actually one of our most exciting partnerships besides the Sandbox partnership. Of course, all the other games, we are happy to, you know, and they are all also people, but a strategic and expanding in different branches. I think this Accelerator with the Launchpad final round is the is for us, it's just an exciting journey. Why is it a good fit? You know, being, let's say, Unix gaming and with our Launchpad having an accelerator program, because we are the first contact person together with the VCs. Yeah, because we are a strategic partnership for all the projects. Yeah, because they want us, first of all, Unix gaming, highlighting that with the largest play to earn community out there. Yeah, plus the streaming, plus YouTube in the future, plus our awesome scholars and the team behind it. Yeah, so we have the first contact with games, and we talking to some games and a lot of games. Like we have already more, I think, than 11 games we're talking to. And what happened now is basically there's a shift in the market. So it's the traditional games. They don't have any experience in blockchain. They have a game, they developed on it, but they see that there's so much potential in the blockchain space. So what we do is basically we have the contact with them, and we build in on their game the blockchain, NFTs, advisory, listing. So they don't have the strategy, they don't have the plan. So it's a perfect fit. We have the game studio, we have the resources, we have the expertise, and so on. And we can do the branding, marketing with Beavers, and so on. So it's like so many features what we give to these games. So basically, you can, if you decide as a project just to be hands off, yeah, we can basically take on, yeah, as the final round Accelerator together with DAO Maker and our partners in SL2, and helping the games or any project with branding. We have an awesome designer for any kind of brand, metaverse brand related Figma design. This is very important if you're talking about the front end of blockchain development or any website. Yeah, that's why it's 2x branding on the slide. Marketing, Beavers, we have a lot of KOLs. We have a huge network with SL2 as well. Then we have the going to the market strategies, again, from experts in our team who already launched many projects. That's a huge plus for all the games out there. The game development, some games they haven't started or they're lacking on development. We have an awesome solid team for the game development, proven over many years. The blockchain development included also with our tech partners from SL2 Holochain, advisory, listing, yeah, with us, where we also lacking, but luckily we have awesome partners who basically can support us, and they have the connection, they have the network, and I mentioned it in another AMA, and it's unfortunately the space not works if you work hard. It's actually, yes, when you work hard you can achieve of course your goals, but connections, and especially in the beginning of a project, is really super important. Yeah, but listing, again, we can help there. Tokenomics, yeah, ecosystems, we have specialists, the one who built our ecosystem. We have the experts on Holochain who can make the tokenomics. We have the Launchpad experts, again, SL2, they have also a Launchpad, several Launchpads. DAO Maker as the brand, as really the OG of Launchpads. The network, what I mentioned, and what we talk about in network, we talk really about from funding, from KOLs, from strategic partnerships, all that stuff we can provide. And again, and this is for the most project, actually the most important beside all these things, because this is a one-time thing, but having communities, having players, having streamers, this is something very, very, very important, especially for games, because the players and the community, the streamers, they will populate their game. So if you have already a game and you can get basically a boost into the market with an inception of thousands of players and getting broadcasted all over streams, I think that's a really, really awesome feature. So yeah, I think our accelerator program, and we talked to people in the space and nobody really got that together, and we are the first guild with the Launchpad, and we are the first guild with the accelerator. Yeah, so Unix gaming definitely have another milestone where we are the first. So, and this is something, if we connect with the right people and we think long-term here, okay, gentlemen and ladies, yeah, it's a long-term play. Yeah, it's a heavy, as you know, we develop. It's nothing you can break over your knee and it's like, okay, we need to launch today. And we apologize when, yes, expectations maybe not met in the beginning. And also we have now some issues with the website. Why is that? Because we have the staking, we have the new website and the Launchpad and the migration. We are facing some issues here, and one, we have a new project manager on that, so that's why he needed to get a little bit into the business. Now it's running, the developers working on it, but it's just a matter of a few days until we get everything sorted out. I posted in a suggestion group already the new website. It's for bug testing, and if there's anything you want to have, you know, or you see and find, we're still working on it, because it's a very, very heavy designed and responsive website. Just a little run through, and what we try to achieve a little bit is basically make it more obvious what is the Unix verse. Yeah, here will be our game library, what is definitely a focus. The final round Launchpad, we will add more information here as well. Partners, we still need to have an update. The roadmap, I think it's pretty clear. The DAO, the app, the team, the funds, and yeah, definitely it's still under development, but we have an awesome designer. We're super happy that we can make it in this beautiful layout. Just on that a little bit on the website. Yeah, so do we have any questions? Sir Nicholas is here. This is our COO of Unix Gaming, and Sally, the head of gaming, is also in this call. You cannot see them. They're a little bit shy today. It's Monday. Yeah, they had we had a heavy start in the week. There's basically our days where we kick off all the meetings, all the tasks for the next days, weeks, for the next upcoming days until next Monday, Sunday, and so on. And don't worry, gentlemen, be working also weekends. There is no weekend. Yeah, I told that many times. So Nick, do we have any questions here?
Hey, yes, we do. Everyone can hear me? Nice. We've got a few questions from YouTube and Telegram. We'll start off with this one from Gushi. What's the latest update to the Unix Launchpad?
Yeah, we still up. What I just mentioned is that we migrating at the moment the websites, the staking, all that stuff. That it's in one contract, so that's why it takes a little bit of time. We had a little bit facing some challenges here. We have again, games confirmed, Cradles, and a new sign up, not 100%. Again, it's no contract signed. Delusium looks like a AAA game, a good backing. So it's another title what we're talking to, and they might make a co-launch with us, with Binance and with us. So this might be a super kickoff as well. We're looking at Meta Oasis and a few more other titles on the Launchpad end of March or not. Really depends on the market here. And because the game, again, and I repeat myself in every NM, we are not choosing when they launch, they choose when they want to launch, and we can push for end of March to satisfy you. But if the market is very, let's say, again, a pullback on BTC, we're going maybe to 36,000, nobody want to launch there, you know, and and the most people, the fear factor is high, and people may be not jumping on the Launchpad. So if this question was answered, then please a thumb up on the YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. I need to learn that a little bit when we are making the videos now. Yeah, Nick, do we have another question?
Yeah, so again on the Launchpad, so I think this is more on the projects that we plan to launch. Will we get access to the betas or the alphas?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, like
NFT drops as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is really the good thing is we usually get a lot of free NFTs from these projects offered, you know, for, let's say, giveaways for our community. Let's say we playing the game and so on. Like we have the alpha access we had on the Horizon, Cradles, and yeah, so other games where we basically have the early access, and also then the participants, the token holder, everybody can participate with us. We will manage it. The head of gaming, Sally, is super excited to manage thousands of people and sign them up for the beta, for the alpha. Definitely, this is one of our goals, and we push the games forward. Some games like big time studios, I'm sorry, it's a big title and we need to sign an NDA. So we are not allowed to stream or record anything, only talk about the game. And we already, since around 2 months, the closed access was open. Yeah, and we get also for that, NFTs, whitelists, early access for all that. So no worries, everything is covered with us, with your tier system and the Unix Discord and the partnership team and the whole community.
Nice. Okay, and then this is one quickly on I guess some recent things. Maybe some people have seen some of your channels. So does Unix have any big influencers they plan to work with?
Yeah, of course, we're working officially with Crypto Banter and Paul Barron Network. So check them out. This Crypto Banter is ever since one of our friends. Actually, we need to also talk about business, but they're supporting us since minute one, since we launch in many various ways. We also visiting them in South Africa. Yeah, we keep a very close relationship here, but it's more based really on vibes. And of course, since we have a crypto project, we also get a business support from that side. Paul Barron, we are the official gaming partner for the show. So we're providing basically the insights about the gaming space, what will be handled in the show. And myself as an expert will basically talk to his community about the play to earn games and a little bit about Unix. And we will get more and more exposure also from that side, also on Crypto Banter. And yeah, of course, if you have any larger partnerships for us, if you think there's someone you know might, or you want to maybe that we partner up with, let us know, and we definitely can do the outreach. We super open with partnerships, and yeah, would love to expand our network and friendships and partnerships.
Nice. Okay, and then this is going back to the chart that you showed. Another one here called "What's the meaning of the Accelerator?" I guess going a little bit more in depth of what that actually is.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the question is a little bit older because I went through all the points of the Accelerator program. I quick share my screen again. So an accelerator or incubator is basically a support system. So basically we have so many tools, and what I mentioned already, like we happy to share, we happy to make other people successful. You know, it's like in the gaming space or in general in the crypto space, it's super hard to find straight people. Okay, I mean, like it's a lot of like, you need to be in one network, or you need to be someone else, or you need to get these and these people. You need to know that person, and we are not like that. I can tell you, we did a lot of learnings, I would say, but I don't want to, let's say, sell the project on, let's say, an larger, let's say, VC, because a lot of people, yes, they could give you a lot of things, but what they're asking you, they're in control. We speak to a project, we want to launch them, and then what they tell us, we need to talk to our VCs. You know, this is the answer. So you're not independent. You know what I mean? So this is something, that's why, and with IFTY and the guys from IFTY from SL2, David Atkinson from Holochain, the guys from DAO Maker, plus ourselves, myself, the whole Unix community, we're happy to onboard all the new games. And again, the picture, the chart is where we're helping branding, marketing, market strategies, game development, blockchain development, advisory, listing, tokenomics, player community network, and Launchpad expertise. So this is basically the acceleration program. And at the end, it will launch on final round, and you have more guarantee on a successful launch because we can stand behind the project and we know every bits and pieces of the project because we've been involved. And then we're going to the market together on the launch. It will be highlighted, of course, in a much more different way because it's basically belongs to our team, I think, or partners anyway, after an acceleration where you work months and months together to get you on the feet off the ground and ready to go on the market. So and it takes a lot of expertise, and I wish nobody to make the whole trip alone. If somebody is planning anything on crypto, going online, make your own token, make your NFT drop, let's get on a call because there's a lot of things I can tell you. You don't want to make mistakes, and like everybody makes mistakes, but the big ones you try to avoid. So be happy to talk about this. Thank you.
And then we have another one from Jonathan Di Ocampo. Just a question: will the Unix token also be used in other NFT games?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we had that already in other AMAs, but we always here, of course, for new members. We're looking at the Unix token in 2-3 different games because there's also the possibility, having games on talking about the Accelerator program, and they don't want to launch their own token. They still could use a sub token, and the Unix token is with a very universal name. Could be also for many more games in-game token. Thinking about white labeling, or let's say emulator of older games where basically you the overall governance token. So there's a lot of opportunities to include the Unix token not only into games, also in many more ways. Launchpad, marketplace, and the web app, and so on. There's many more ways to give utility in addition to the token, not only to add them into games. But definitely.
Okay, and we've got a few questions here from some of the OGs. Maybe I'll start off with Shahid. Hey, hope the Team Unix is doing well. My question for the AMA is, when can we see a playable version of Buybacks and or Vigilance? And will there be more staking coming after this last 2 epochs? Thanks.
let me quick go in the check with vigilance because I was pushing for the demo. 1 second. Yeah, so by next week, and that was sent today. By next, on the weekend, we will play the demo with the whole dev team, and then we just need to figure out because basically we're hosting a server for a short period of time where everybody can have access then basically to play, and it's minimized on 4 people at the moment, and we will upgrade that over a month, but we need 4 people at the moment. And then maybe by next week, maybe by next week we can select a few player, and let's say 1 from the Unix community and 3 from you guys, maybe the OGs want to be first, and dive into vigilance. And the next question about Bibits, yes, we're working hard on the visuals, that we have more stuff, but especially I'm not the game developer, but usually from game development, the first 2 months you have not much to see and present because it's all about getting the core structure, the basically the floor, where then everything happening, or the land where everything developed, to get that done, and all the basic codes and creating basically the program. So that takes a little bit of time, and yes, there will be staking all during the whole lifespan, or how Unix will be, how old ever we will be. There is no limit, and again, like we trying to feed later on, definitely the staking pool, but depends on how much, let's say, Unix token, or or fee token, about, let's say, from marketplace, from Launchpad, from games, we can basically take a cutoff and to bring them back into the staking platform. So it should be an evergreen staking for fans, for holders. So this is the ultimate goal. But now it's more first, to get the project more and more developed, and then definitely the end goal is to have an awesome reward pool for joiners in the Unixverse.
And another one from Belzark from the Telegram channel. When do you plan on starting buyback / the vaults? You say that market conditions aren't great, but what if we're in a long bear market? And also, you have no guarantee that games like Axie will recover, even if the bull market comes back.
Yes, we have a revenue stream there. We're waiting now on the Axie Infinity upgrade, the Axie Infinity Origin. There's a massive update on Pegaxie, there's updates on Star Sharks, and we want to be flexible. So our market making is working hard to basically on increasing the token price. Of course, it depends a little bit on market movements and to get the best results there. But buybacks, we said in the beginning 5%, and 5% is not that much. It will not be, let's say, you will not feel a huge impact on the price if you take that 5% from the revenue at the time. So we're working on a model, but we need to have sustainable numbers, or not says more accurate numbers on the revenue streams, and then we definitely can start with buybacks. But yes, you're right, bear market is we need to look at, but finding new audiences is actually at the moment the best buyback we can do. So our buyback is basically exploring new audiences through marketing, and these people buying back our token, if you want it like that. And again, yeah, like that's how we see it at the moment. But yeah, we open for any suggestions and concerns. So please feel free to drop messages, and if you have any suggestions in the suggestion group.
Great, and there's actually one from the suggestions group from Scott.
Hey,
OG
Scott.
Mirko, one of our members, David, who is a fellow German, is going to make a YouTube video on Unix. Can you do a video with him in German? And a suggestion that you can both do it together for the German people who are involved.
Yeah, definitely. Let's sync Mr. Scott, and let's make an awesome video. I'm happy to really, I feel like going left and right for like a superstar, but I really not who I am. But Paul Barron, podcast here, Colin teaches, then the own game channel what we started, any crazy interviews going onto you know, with entrepreneur and so on. It's really a lot at the moment. Yeah, but it's good. It gives more exposure. And then I think the weirdest moment in my life will be the permissionless event in Miami, sponsored from or hosted from Blockworks, Coinbase, and Bankless. Definitely an awesome playground there. If you don't know what Blockworks is one of the most, in our opinion, the most knowledgeable, I would say, blog, newsletter community in crypto, with awesome news and so on, updates. So yeah, super excited playing with the big dogs in Miami, Unix Gaming, as the only guild, and beside Geo from X Infinity, the only people from really GameFi project. There is a few NFT projects, but gaming space, we are like the only one. And of course, we bring our games there, we bring our marketplace there, our innovations, we all showcase there, and then we hit them hard in Miami.
Yeah, and I think this another one from the Telegram from Simon. My query
our
is more...
Simon?
Possibly our Simon. But Simon Phillips, my query is about the staking strategy that will be utilized on the Launchpad. For example, will there be a certain length of time someone stakes tokens to receive access to the IGOs? Obviously, it is a strategy to benefit long-term holders, which is preferred rather than peeps dipping in and out of IGOs. Snapshots for flash airdrops to encourage holding permanently, and tactics like this may benefit the hardcore holders.
I mean, we happy to, you know, we need to set one. For now, we go with no heavy lockups. The staking anyway will take place. So the staking is part of the whole process, you know, because we are looking for GameFi. GameFi is gaming DeFi. So that's why we decided, of course, going into staking, giving rewards to holders. And in the same time, you get unlocked the allocations. So you need to move in once, and then you don't need to unstake anytime soon. And basically, you can feel free and wait for the next IGO, or participate in the Discord channel where we discuss token projects in our first round. If you don't know what is first round is basically our community fund where we in Unix allocations we not completely fill up, or allocations any kind of allocation in games we will discuss, and we will give you also the possibility to participate in these. So I think it's an awesome feature. If this was the question you want to get answered, if you have any suggestions, again, we can also talk private. We have more time to discuss maybe Launchpad strategies. The thing is, we need to start somewhere, and also be open for suggestion and improve along the way. Doesn't mean that we launch a Launchpad with these parameters that we can improve based on, I think, the satisfaction of the community. What is always the major goal here?
Nice. And we have another one. Actually back on the website that we just spoke briefly about. Is Unixverse a website that is currently open to all? I think this is around maybe some of the functions that are within the website.
So unixverse.co. I will drop the link in the official channel. Again, it's I need to disclaim it a little bit. Okay, so I put the link there. You can check it out. Again, it's not final. It's not mobile responsive. At the moment, there's a lot of planets moving around, so that's why we need a little bit of time to migrate the Launchpad into the, as you see in the top right corner, if you open the Launchpad, we need to include the Launchpad. We need to include the staking all in one code, so it takes a little bit of time, so apologies for that.
Nice. Another one from let's say YouTube, from Joshua. Are you playing any P2E game at the moment, or what's the next one?
Me personally, I didn't play much games for a long time. To be honest, we played one game. It's not P2E, but I had to look into, because I'm a huge Diablo fan, and a lot of people called it that it's the next Diablo 4. I think developing time is already 11 years or something like that. So I had a look into that, play to earn games. Actually 2 days ago I played one quickly. It's from Gala Games. It was a mystery login, and it's called Superior, and it's not yet on the Gala website. It's pretty cool. It's a shooter, so I think, and it's with an Unreal 4 engine. Now the beta is already closed. The game application you still can download in the mystery games section. That's definitely an awesome game. And what else we played? Yeah, that's it for the last. There was not much in between. I don't really participate. Sali, our head of gaming, plus our whole community, who is really heavy on the play to earn game side. I take the feedback from them. But yeah, if there's any lost relics, there is some. I can actually put you on, if you want to play a game. It's a little bit older. I played it a long time, but they made a lot of improvements in graphics and so on, and gameplay. So Lost Relics, we played it very long time already. It's already out there, but it's a massive. We love it in the community. It's not the heavy returns, but it's really fun. Yeah, so check out Lost Relics and Superior. You can find some videos about Superior Gala Games in YouTube, but the alpha, it was really a super mystery launch for the alpha for 2 days or 3 days, and it's already closed. But yeah, check it out. Gonna be awesome. Unreal Engine for Gala Games. Anyway, they're crushing it. So yeah, worth to have a look into.
Great, and we've only got a few more questions left. One is kind of the same, around the security of projects that go into the Launchpad. It really is around what are we doing to make sure that the projects that launch are good projects. Again, I think more around our due diligence and kind of, I guess, what we look for in these projects and teams.
I mean, there's 3 things you need to check. It's the team itself, it's the backers, and then which state are they in? Are they what listing they do, the marketing side of it, and all that stuff. Working together with people in the space, like for example DAO Maker, they will in our case, do the complete basically upfront due diligence, because this is the thing what we want to, of course, make sure that no one that our audience is getting the right projects on hand, because basically you trust us and we don't want to put any doubt or on the trust, or that people lose the trust in Unix. And so due diligence, it's very, very deep due diligence, what I can tell, what we anyway do it ourselves. Team, of course, development status, marketing, what is the KOLs. We have a huge checklist what we're gonna go through with all the games. What's the KYC procedures? What is the going to the market strategy? Because of course criteria is like the launch on the Launchpad, plus in maybe 1 or 2 days or same day a listing spot, one of the top 5 exchanges. So this would be optimum, but it's definitely the valuation is also of course super important, so the tokenomics, and there's many more things we check, and of course we assist also. It's like not that we in certain things we can help, but let's say if it's last minute, a game comes to us in a month and want to launch in a month, or we talk with them 4 weeks, 3 weeks, and they still need development for here and there, it's a little bit tight. So if they open for changing dates, yes, then we even suggesting that based on experience, so that's basically, if you want to know more about the diligence, we can make an extra session for that, how we basically vet our projects, and we can run you through our research sheet. Maybe in the next AMA, please, Nick, Sally, make some notes, what we want to cover, that you see how we select projects and what is our R&D sheet, where you will also have access to in the Unix labs in Discord with the epic and the legendary tiers. So where you basically can be there and can submit your own projects when you want to have anything checked up by us, by the team, and then happy to take on new games where we can make research on.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's pretty much wraps up the questions for today's AMA. That's pretty good on our side.
Yeah, awesome. I have one more thing I want to show, and this is something, again, it's my little chart I made. It's nothing super professional yet. Oh, sorry. It's late here already. And this is one thing, because we want to support, or we want to give also benefits for people, player, and it's an addition to your token holding. It's an addition to your investment, or for the future basically, and especially for token holder, and it's gonna be an upgrade, we would say, but in general, to give more people the chance to participate with Unix, we're going to launch an NFT drop, and this is basically the Unix NFTs. I just changed the name because we don't want to reveal yet the name. It's basically, it's an NFT collection of 10,000 NFTs. You can buy unlimited. There's no change if you buy 1 or 10 or 100 or 1,000. Of course, they have rarity. They are unique. That's one feature, and we talk about exclusive access, NFT upgrades, increase in value, rarity, airdrops. So there's a lot of features of the NFT. But the main feature, and this is something I want to highlight here, is basically, we call it here employment contract, because what is these NFTs represent is basically you are part of Unix. And it's basically a smart contract, and while you're holding your NFT, so the raised funds of these NFTs, basically we will use these funds for our goes into the Unix fund. So And through the smart contract, the fund investment will be split. Basically, it's like here we will have on the fund side, we will have when we, for example, purchase early tokens, seed or private, then we have NFTs we purchase with the fund, either land or yield generating assets, and then we have the royalty fees, also what goes from the NFTs. And imagine just like an NFT is basically at the moment usually have it's based on the value or the utility of the NFT or the rarity, and of course if you a high project. But here we have in addition value increase through the fund itself and to basically the investment what the raised funds are doing for the NFTs. So and there we basically have these three elements what will generate rewards, and from legal side we cannot reward people basically with, let's say, USD or USDT, but we can reward them in participation with, for example, Unix token, what's equal, for example, to the amount what you would get if you in USD. So this is a little bit like the workaround how we get this legal setup. So holding an NFT, you will get basically over time rewards from these three elements, and the rewards are Unix token going back to you. And what you're gonna do with that, and looking also for, let's say, a new holder. I know a lot of you coming from the token side, you know, from the Launchpad side. I mean, so you have already NFTs that will be basically allow you to upgrade within NFT your basically Unix portfolio. But imagine now from 9,000 users, and they get a Unix token as a reward, and they can utilize these Unix token on the Launchpad, so they upgrade their portfolio instead of selling it. In addition, they can utilize it in games. So it's gonna be kind of an evergreen investment. So we be buying back, and there we come back to the question with the buybacks, and this is coming in, and then we buy back with the rewards the Unix token, and then we will distribute them, and then the users on the end user, the ones, let's say, who are want to play games, Unix games, or want to increase the Launchpad tier, or using the marketplace tools, or getting discount. Oh, I'm really sorry. Sorry. It's late. But I hope you understand the concept of that. And again, it's basically what we're investing in here. A little breakdown. There will be, of course, will be much more interesting for you when everything is rolled out and you can really understand where all the investments going. NFT value goes up in value. Same with the fund. We will make everything with a nice fund, and then, of course, as a holder and having exclusive access to the Discord, we will update you about the fund status, about the reward system, what will be, again, royalty fees, yield farming, and the release of the seed and private tokens. And we will look like a feature like a bank ATM, and we're looking at a daily release schedule. So basically we can create vesting schedules from the time and basically whatever is like the returns we can drop into the vesting schedule, and you will get daily on a daily, or maybe completely unlocked. But we also need to secure a little bit the token, or considering the token release schedules from seed and early investments, and there is actually where is the most money will be generated over time. Who is a little bit familiar with launchpads and projects will know that we have kind of seed and seed private rounds usually have a vesting schedule, some also launchpad TGEs and so on. So that's one thing. Here a little bit about the utility, and we're looking at a whole, and then again, that's why we have the Unix verse as well. 10,000 only, rarity. You can upgrade your NFT later on to get basically a new job, a new employment contract with higher rewards. Yeah. So we already have a concept about it. We're working on the illustrations, and there's also additional utilities like land, houses, vehicles, and pets. So we're thinking really long term with the project. And again, the end goal is with the NFTs, basically representing a job in the Unix verse, getting a promotion, and the end goal is partnering and having really ownership on the project itself. This is still a longer journey because it's legally not possible to give basically company shares through an NFT. When we be able to do that, yes, then all the NFT holder, and it's a long-term play, and we will market it really in the same way. And yes, might be not sold out right away, but we definitely aim 10,000 pieces. It's easy doable with all this utility. I think this is very, very unique. So we are super excited about the NFTs. Please give us some feedback about the NFTs, because we really believe that that's an awesome move, and gives additional utility again to the Unix token. So it's really, we're making a lot of thoughts about it, about the Unix token, and what we can do also for another AMA, maybe not next week, maybe the week after that. We can start getting you guys in, maybe people who anyway participating in these AMAs a lot, like Scott, Shahid, Muhammad, David, many more, Edward, Sebastian, and so on. So if you want to join and just give us some, we can do a brainstorming, what could be, what if, or maybe just casual talks. Let's find a date for that. Would be super interesting. If there's no more questions, I think this is 1 hour 6 minutes. Awesome timing. I hope you enjoyed all these news and discussions we had. It's 2022. Who believe in Unix is here on the right spot. Again, we tried really to tell you everything about Unix every day. We have nothing to hide, nothing to cover. We are really working on all these projects, what I mentioned in the beginning. We need some time, but we think for the permissionless event this is basically our goal, having a lot of things ready by May, and giving really Unix, pushing it so hard on this permissionless event in Miami, and we all might meet some of you there who's interested. We have maybe 1 or 2 tickets for the OGs. So being excited. Thank you so much for listening, and also please subscribe the GameFi CEO. That's your YouTube channel you should follow beside the Unix gaming channel. There's more to come. It's still if you have feedback there, please let me know what you want to know about, because I'm gonna make a review for everything, but I need your feedback. Please give me topics in the suggestions group. Talk to the team what you want to know about in the videos in YouTube. We make a review, we put it out there, and you can watch it. So that's how we want to work it. Of course, I bring my own content, but that's what we want to do. Include you, tell really what you want, and then let's build something together. Thank you so much. GameFi CEO, Unix Gaming. See you next Monday. Thank you.